On the 8th of May 2016, in the Buckinghamshire village of Whaddon, a special World War II event was held. It marked the 75th anniversary of the first special agent to send a wireless message from France back to the MI6 Section 8 headquarters at Whaddon. His name was Georges Béguet. Along with a present-day internet connection, members from the Milton Keynes Amateur Radio Society set up their vintage GB1 SOE radio station to attempt communication with the one-time safe house in Châteauroux.
So far so good, a few little technical hitches. We all anticipated technical hitches. We're having to cope with Skype for a start, and also our radio experts are telling us that there may have been a solar flare, which means that the radio reception may not be too great from France. So it's a bit suck it and see when we get connected with the wireless set over there, but we're fingers crossed. I mean, we can resort to modern day technology and send Morse via Skype, but it ain't quite the same thing. So we're hoping we make the connection. But the anniversary itself is tomorrow, so we were anyway intending to send a symbolic message on the correct day, which is tomorrow. The idea, I say, was a village fete, and that's what we've got, and it's really lovely. We're going to have a couple of presentations in a little while, and then we're going to do the wireless link up, and then Geoffrey's going to make a little presentation to the village at the end of the afternoon.
My father was a very early recruit to the political warfare executive, and he came here in 1940 to what he coyly called the Hauptbahnhof, the mainline station. And this was the first radio station here. In the workshops up at the hall and down at Horwood, they made some beautiful small-scale sets, because an agent clearly can't lug a vast set about. These are its crystals, that's its Morse key.
You've heard from Ingram about the fact that this charming, sleepy village today was an absolute hotbed of intelligence communication at that time. When you think of Windy Ridge communicating with the armies in the field, you had Main Line, which was already taking Morse traffic from the continent. So Whaddon was an extremely important part of all of this, and you can imagine what it was like in wartime. You had all these army personnel, you had a few stray RAF, the odd bell-bottom sailor, all strolling up the street to the Lousy Arms, as they called it, in between shifts.
In Châteauroux, we do actually have Marcel Jean-Sanger, who's 95 this month, and he's the only surviving SOE French section wireless operator still living in France, and there are only 4 alive, and he would be sending the message this afternoon, so we very much hope it will work.
Wireless reception conditions proved impossible on the 8th, so Skype contact went ahead.
I think you should imagine the risks that the people took in accepting me coming to their house and accepting to keep a radio set in the house, because the detection by the Germans was very serious. But I can say that the first time I had a connection and I had an answer, that was fantastic for me. I had the impression I had done something extraordinary.
Next in the proceedings, the Chase Choir sang Le Chant des Partisans to Marcel.
Amis, entends-tu le vent noir des corbeaux sur nos plaines? Amis, entends-tu les cris sourds du pays qu'on enchaîne? Oh, et partisans, ouvriers, paysans, c'est l'alarme. Ce soir, l'ennemi connaîtra le prix du sang et des larmes.
And thanks to everybody there, from everybody here in Whaddon. Thank you.
It gave me very great pleasure to unveil it I told my sons, the three boys, two of them are here, I told them this was going to be, I was going to do this. They said, Dad, we don't know what to buy you for your 90th birthday, so what about us paying for that? So that they've done. So, anyway, this is for Whaddon, and for Parry, and for all of them. I'm sorry.
To mark the actual anniversary on the 9th of May, the GB1 SOE station was set up on the concrete slab, all that is left of the Windy Ridge wireless station behind Whaddon Church. With much better waveband conditions, using an HRO receiver and a replica Whaddon Mark III transmitter, a triumphant contact was made with the B2 suitcase set in Chateauroux. The original message was sent again. The agent has landed safely and has made contact with the resistance. The 75th celebrations were now complete.